Rob and Kale podcasts. Rob Sanders,
Some would be entertained by it. Some would be horrified by
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
All would be interested in it.
The Rob and Kale podcasts.
Let's go.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us on the program this evening. I am, of course, joined by the #1 Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. Yeah, there he is. My buddy and yours, Mr. Carolina Jackpot. What's up, buddy?
Doing good. Looks like we've already got a salty ass over in the comment section. Chris Foster, you can go fuck yourself. Carolina jack off late as per usual. I ain't never fucking late. I was 2 damn minutes late tonight because I was getting some names together for damn contest because I've worked all day, you son of a bitch. I'm out of town. I'm fucking tired. So go fuck yourself. Late as per usual. I'm here fucking early. And I do more by damn 8 o'clock in the morning. I bet your damn lazy ass does all damn day.
Yeah, he's been fucking with us on Twitter today too, and he wrote something about these bums can go at 9 o'clock. Dude, when you
go play with your fucking moonshine still.
Right, when you get your name on the marquee, you can do a show whenever you want. But once again, be careful because Jackpot might knock the yellow off your tooth. You need to calm down. All the bullshit you have over there. Slow down with all that nonsense. Leonard says you need to get some polka dots after that intro, Jackpot. I could see you in some.
I know. I'm the Americana pizza man. Remember the Americana pizza man had that Mount Washington.
Exactly. Jackpot out there with his polka dots. I could see that. Anyway, tonight on the program, we're going to talk about some of these most hated teams according to 247 Sports. Now, it's not just a university. Like, it's easy to despise. A lot of people don't like Alabama because they win a lot. All right. I mean, and there's some of that too, but these are actually teams, like a yearly team. All right. And we'll get into some of that momentarily. Also, they all projected the top offenses in the country this season. We'll get into that as well. Before we do that, though, we got to thank Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia, Highway 1 diagonal from the Walmart. They sponsor the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. You should get into the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. We talk about it, and we're going to talk about it every time we come on the air here because we want a nice, big, fat pot like we had last year. We want to do better than last year, right, Jackpot?
That's right. Last year, we were right around $2,000, 100 participants. I'd like to get 150 participants this year. That would be a $3,000 pot. And I guess we'll just keep on taking up money up until week 1 starts. So we got 7 games that we'll pick week 0. So if someone happens to go 7-0, I mean, they're going to be out in front by a long shot. Wow. However, if everybody goes like 3-4, 4-3, it's really not going to make much of a difference. If you get back into the contest and you get with it, and I mean, if you can really pick some games, that little setback won't be. It'll be a little setback, you know.
But we've had a lot of people enter the contest, right, Jackpot? We got some folks, right?
We have. You got a list of names here of folks who've entered already. Andrew Grove, SEC Dog, Harry Legg, Jay Rocks the Party, Keith Ramsey, Gary Todd, Dr. Bart, Ken Bellinger, Gary Thrills Mills, Larry's Losers, Chef K. Diz, Dick Long, Jordan Dealmaker, Elijah, Daddy O, Bible Belt Beauties, Aaron Hughes, Ethan Hewlett, South Carolina, Brady Snow, Bob Rutherford, Big Barney Ross, Dakota Faircloth, Mountain Mama, Andrew Hall, Ray_Bob, Michael Gentry, Sarah Bell, Elena, Billy Muse, Sancho, Alan V, Stetson Bennett's Pet Sasquatch, couldn't read my own gibberish there, Baylor Man, and Justin Ellis.
Yeah, I mean, and we're going to have more in there too. Obviously, I'm in it. Jackpot's in it. My wife is going to pick games. Yep. That's going to be fun too. But yeah, it's our signature contest of the year. Make sure you get involved with that. Of course, sponsored by Callaway's Bar and Grill. By the way, Jackpot, quick
Daddy
thing.
O said his name is spelled with 2 D's for when you make that payout. All I got to do is transfer it over to you, sir. Not writing out a personal check, not breaking out the checkbook. Pay to the order of Daddy O.
Yeah. Comrade will be joining the contest there, Baylor man. Gary Mills, watching on Facebook tonight, had spinal surgery, but you know what? He's not missing a damn Rob and Kale show. Motherfucker got his back cut open the other day, and he's not even home yet. He's probably watching this shit in a hospital bed. Shout out to Gary Mills for watching the show up there in his hospital bed. And, here's to you, pal. So get well, my friend. Also, last night at Callaway, sir, I was there for I do trivia there on Tuesday nights, and a Gamecock fan named Larry approached me, Jackpot, and sometimes it's like a Jackpot tonight when he's tired. It's like, oh shit, can we just like not do a show? Nah, man. This guy walked up to me. I've never met Larry. He is a Gamecock fan, though. He said, you know what? I love your show. He goes, back when COVID happened, he had heart issues and was dealing with, was in the hospital, and pretty much all he had was our show. He said he watched our show and he likes the fact that you get so excited on game days during the games. He said he absolutely loves it. He told me to tell you hello. So, Larry, appreciate you watching the show, and it's nice to meet new folks. So there's that.
Catch up here just a minute. JT Thompson is at Oliver P. Green Paint in Jackpot's house. I think it's P. Green, but this is not my house. This is the Quality Inn in Rayford, North Kakalaki. If y'all want to come throw shit at me, y'all can GPS it. Hold on. Here's one. Cocky Twan said, I'm just coming in, Carol Jackpot. How do you feel about Florida flipping our linebacker? I read that both sides were like shutting down communication with each other. So I think that pretty much says it all. I don't think that South Carolina thinks the guy's worth fighting for. And as far as I'm concerned, fuck him. I mean, if he wants to go play for Sunbelt Billy, go on ahead. I mean, and another thing that is so fucking cookie cutter and cliche on these damn message boards is one of the reasons I can't stand them. All these damn goody two-shoes motherfuckers telling them, good luck, young man, good luck, good luck, good luck. I'm not going to win. Okay, I hope you do well, whatever, but I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to wish you good luck. You play against my fucking team. I hope you suck ass. I mean, come on.
I don't want anyone to get injured. I don't wish any of that on you, but I hope that I hope that you go.
I'm not going to be like that
and everything else.
Dumbass over there making fun of Nick Chubb's broken leg and Marcus Lattimore's fucked up knee that Tennessee did. But other than that, I mean,
the other thing I hate about those message boards is the first thing that people will say when somebody flips a recruit is, "Well, we stopped fucking recruiting him anyway. We backed off."
We backed off.
He was a shithead.
Clemson fans, Clemson taters are they're famous for that.
I think Clemson fans invented that, and I can say that because I'm part of the ilk. Even though I've been told there's tailgates I can't come to anymore up in Death Valley, and I'm fine with that. But in the end, don't say shit like that. That's one of those things I just laugh at. Sort of like the whole thing with the rent-free thing. When you say that, you just can't carry on the conversation.
Rent-free.
All you think about is no, you're not special. You are not special.
But that comment that kid made, and I posted up on the community tab, and some of the good Vol fans there, like Sancho, were like, "Oh, he's not a real Tennessee fan. He's not a real." Okay, well, I mean, he claims to be
or some shit. Okay, you all scream "Go Vols" on fucking Saturday, so there's that.
He claimed to be one, so I don't know why he would claim to be one. So
yeah. Well, anyway,
Texas A&M guy says Vanderbilt will shit on South Carolina's chest. Well, they hadn't done it for 13 years, and they've had every opportunity in the book. So I don't know why you think they will now. As a matter of fact, it was 2 years ago? They came pretty dangerously close to shitting on your chest, didn't they? Huh?
Yeah. A&M fans.
Well,
just
they were
need
like
to shut the
40
hell up.
point underdogs and almost beat you down there in that fucking weird ass stadium with all those little toy soldiers playing with their damn wooden guns and shit.
Yeah.
Vanderbilt went down there and just about said, "Fuck y'all."
Yeah. They went down there. They were writing papers on the sideline, going in playing every third play and almost beat your ass. So stop with all that nonsense. Anyway, Ethan says he wants to play Clemson in a bad in a bowl game. If you're a Tennessee fan, that's not going to happen.
No, you don't.
Because all going to the shit bowl. And if by chance, let's say that there were drastic injuries across the SEC, and you had a Will Muschamp 9-3 type year, 10-2 type year, and both teams ended up at a New Year's Six, you'd get blown the hell out. You'd lose Clemson beat you by 17 points. So you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that.
Yeah, last time they played, Clemson kind of kicked them around a little bit, didn't they?
Yeah. No, Clemson beat them in the Dome in Georgia.
That's what I said. They kicked them around a little bit.
Oh, I thought you meant they kicked the football around. Yeah, I misunderstood you. That's how my wife was my girlfriend at the time, and she bought me tickets to that. And we got fucked up on peach daiquiris. Some funny shit. Anyway, we also got to thank Callaway's for that, and Dennis Wilson from DNC Trucking and Transport, the fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, tell us a story, sir.
Let's see. It sucks to be a Gamecock, a Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and a decent South Carolina team walked into a bar. That's the joke. There is no decent South Carolina team. That's a fairy tale. We haven't scored on Clemson in 999 days. Sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
Message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. We appreciate Dennis for sponsoring the show. All right, so Jackpot, I've got these most hated teams here.
Chris says New Year's Six Bowl. We were both in a bum bowl last year, Cheez-It boy. Well, the thing is, they won the Cheez-It Bowl.
Clemson didn't give up half 100 to fucking Purdue. Shut your mouth. Wait. This guy's handle on Twitter is Chris in Georgia. You know what that means? He was smart enough to leave Tennessee. Just like every fucking body else. I mean, down the list, Aretha Franklin, all of them left Tennessee. All of them. And he
was smart enough to leave Tennessee, but he wasn't smart enough to start pulling for the better team out of the two between the state he left and the state he went to.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he could have been a Georgia fan. Nobody would have said anything to him down
there. Tristan says Tennessee would smack the fuck out of Clemson, and Purdue would smack the fuck out of Clemson and South Carolina. Maybe on the ass.
Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Oh, man. We're not buying any of that. That's just not happening. Yeah, when you say things like that.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Exactly. That's just wishful thinking. That's what that is. All right, Jackpot. So I wanted to get into it with you here with some of the most hated teams, Jackpot. And it's like a set team for each year. And I thought it's not for each year. It's these teams were the most hated. Number 10 on the list was Texas A&M in 2012. And a lot of that had to do with Johnny Manziel and the Kevin Sumlin offense. I mean, you kind of hate that team too, right? Isn't that the team that came into Columbia and kind of threw the ball around a little bit with old that wasn't that team, was it? I can't remember.
No, that was 2014. That wasn't Johnny Football's team.
Yeah, but he was on that team. They played because they beat Alabama, and yeah, okay. Everybody hated that team because of it. I don't know. I don't know if they were that willing to be hated that much. So there's that. The Uncle Lou asked why I'm wearing a bowler brace. This is something like I've got like some. It's like some pain in my hand, so I've got to wear this brace for a little bit. I appreciate your sympathy there, Uncle Lou. UCF from 2017. Yeah, that's the team that claims they had a national title, but they really didn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying, Jackpot? It's like, I don't know. I mean, people, a lot of people hated that team. So
Yeah. Chris, hold on. I got it. Chris says Purdue weren't spoiler makers for ruining cheese. They beat the shit out of some good teams. Let's look at this impressive list they beat last year: Oregon State, UConn, Illinois by 4 points. They did beat Iowa. They beat Nebraska, but so did everybody else.
yeah.
Northwestern, Indiana.
Hmm.
Okay, they beat Michigan State, so I guess that's a good win. Okay, they were decent, but they didn't beat the shit out of anybody. Well, they did beat the shit out of UConn. I guess that. I don't know.
I mean, am I supposed to be impressed by any of those teams? I'm not feeling it, Jackpot.
Not really. I mean, Michigan State was flat. Had a decent year last year. It's kind of a flash in the pan.
Uncle Lou says, I know how you hurt your wrist. Give it a rest. Funny, Uncle Lou. Very, very funny, sir. No, it's just I don't know what the fuck it is. The wife got me this. I'm trying it to see if it's gonna help my hand out. All right, number 8 on the list was the 2002 Ohio State team. They would beat Miami in 31-24. They were called the Luck Eyes because of the whole pass interference thing. I don't think. I mean, did you really hate that team, Jackpot?
Which team is that?
2002 Ohio State.
No.
No. All right, I'm
I
trying to
didn't
find
have any reason to hate them because we had beaten their two predecessors back to back. So I was glad to see them have a little success after that. You know.
Let's highlight a couple things here. Daddy O's comment. Thank you, Daddy O. That's not what's happening here.
Uncle Lou comes up with a good comment. Tennessee has lost 39 straight games to top 10 teams, but you think they can beat Clemson?
Uncle Lou, they've been saying it over here like that it's the gospel. They think that Hayden Hooker's going to throw for 7,000 yards, and the defense is going to be all world. They're going to win a ton of shit. I mean, you can't even talk to these people, man. It's crazy.
Well, they're going to win shit, all right.
Yeah. Look, they need to look. Tennessee fans need to take it in baby steps. Here's what you need to do: beat Pittsburgh. You couldn't do that last year. Beat Pittsburgh on the road. There you go. Do that. Let's try that, and then go from there. How about beat Florida when they're in a transitional year? Win those 2 games, and then win the games that you won last season. Have an 8-win season, and then go from there. Stop thinking that you can just jump off the right up to the top of the mountain and can beat actual teams that are real teams that don't run a gimmick fucking offense. So
Ethan Dalton says Clemson isn't a god tier team, not even top tier. Well, I mean, who really is a god? Who really is on God's tier? Really? I don't think anyone's reached that level yet.
Oh goodness. Ethan says Clemson couldn't beat Pitt last year. You're absolutely right about that. Clemson's down year was a 10-win season. You've been a shithole since 1998. Please go away. You're all jacked up. You went 7-6 last year and got rolled by Purdue.
Tristan Smith says y'all are just going to lose your fucking mind when Tennessee is 10-2. Clemson is fucking 8-4 and South Carolina 6-6. When's that going to 2030? No, what?
My DMs are open. Have at it for the folks that want to talk to me about how Clemson's going to go 8-4. That's not happening. Not on any planet. They're not going 8-4. Stop it.
Chris Walsh says Dabo and New Spring think they're God. Well, I don't think that they don't think they're God, but they're also, they're not some slapdick from East Teboga Community College neither.
It's also funny when idiots make fun of an actual church that does so much in the community as far as helping homeless people and veterans and things like that. I guess you don't care about that kind of stuff. I mean, I can show you the good stuff that New Spring does. I mean, I mentioned the homeless. I mentioned how about the fact that if you're a single mom, they change your oil for you. They have a program that does that.
Hunter wants to know, when was Clemson even relevant before the year 2015? Did they won a national championship? They won the ACC like every year in the 1980s, like every fucking year.
Yeah, they won a national title in 1981, and they've got I can't remember how many ACC titles
until Florida State came around.
Mm-hmm. The 2017 Oklahoma team. That's one of the hated. I guess it's because of Baker Mayfield running out there throwing the flag down at Ohio
Sancho
State.
says, yo, in Razor Ramon form, yo. Honestly, the constant talk about trashing on Tennessee is getting old. Everyone talks shit, but come on. Hey, they're talking just as much shit.
We rip everyone. We were ripping Kentucky. I ripped Kentucky earlier today because they had another player get arrested. We talked about, just on Kentucky, we talked about, wasn't it you that said that what their running back got in trouble for drinking tequila in a bourbon state?
Yeah, he got drunk. He drank tequila. He got drunk off tequila on Mother's Day.
How does that happen?
Who does that?
Yeah, unless you're drinking tequila with your mom.
Senor Rodriguez, they say. Wonder if he had one of those things on. Well, he was bouncing on hydraulics like Eddie Guerrero, drinking his damn tequila. Hey, Holmes.
All right. Anyway, the number 5 team on this list is 1996 Florida, and this is of course Steve Spurrier and his big thing, throwing the ball all over the field with the fun and gun. Yeah, there were teams that hated him. I mean, they hated him. The 1996 Florida team. That was the whole fun and gun team where Spurrier was throwing the ball all over the field. People remember that. That was
Danny Werfel.
Yep. Danny Werfel and the fun and gun.
Yeah.
So won the national title, 12-1 that season. Number 4 on the list is the 2010 Auburn team. That's the team with Cam Newton. Everybody was pissed because Cam Newton got caught. I didn't really hate that team, but
I didn't either. The Gamecocks almost beat them in the regular season. Then we squared off with them in the SEC championship game, and
a couple other teams on the list. Southern Cal in 2005. Of course, that's Matt Leinart, Reggie Bush, and all those guys. And then
I think this is more from a national perspective. I don't.
Yeah.
None of this really ruffled my jimmies.
Do you have a team that you've absolutely despised? Is there a team that you remember you're like, you know what? I don't like those motherfuckers.
I didn't like those Miami teams back in the 1980s, but now, like, you know, it's like 30 years later, or however many more than that years later, when you watch it, I mean, it's actually kind of fucking cool. You know, it's kind of like Ric Flair. I mean, in 1986, I couldn't stand that motherfucker. But now, I mean, you look back at it and you realize, you know, hell, he was great, you know?
He was.
So, same thing with Arn Anderson. I want to slap piss out of him.
Well, but now it's your pleasure, right?
It's your pleasure.
It's your pleasure. All right, 803-470-2905. We'll take calls this evening if you would like to get into that. Is there a team that you just didn't like? For me, I think it was there was a South Carolina team that they had with where they beat Clemson in Columbia. It was like one of the 5. I think it was maybe in the 4th or the 5th of that 5-game winning streak they had, but that was the one where Sammy Watkins was making dumbass decisions, and Clemson had a good team.
That was 2013.
Yeah.
When he threw the interception.
Yeah, it was just fucking stupid. So, yeah, there's that. But that was probably the one team I didn't like, and a lot of it had to do with Swearinger and Connor Shaw. I mean, you could like not.
DJ Swearinger wasn't on that team.
Well, he wasn't on that team. Well, all right.
No.
whoever the hell was on that team.
He was on the year before that when he flexed on y'all when he got the fuck out of Andre Ellington.
He can go fucking straight to hell as far
That
as
was Kelsey Quarles and Clowney and all them dudes.
Yeah, my wife's talking about the Garcia key in cars. That he didn't really bother me, but I think that Connor Shaw, I respect him, but when he was on the field, fuck him. The defense would get them in 3rd and 6 every damn play, and all of a sudden, then he'd sprint out for fucking 7 yards, first down. Then all of a sudden, let's hand the ball off, and then it was just fuck. I hate that shit. Still to this day pisses me off. All right, Wesley with the super chat. Keep talking trash. Can't wait till we square off in Williams-Brice. Man, okay. I mean, you guys think you're gonna just roll in there and take that game? All right, y'all. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. You Tennessee fans are gonna turn those clan robes into Casper costumes. We won't see you after that game. You'll be gone. Big Barney Ross says you better recognize Dan the Beast Severin. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Chris says Jalen Hyatt. I've never heard of her. Will have 3 touchdowns against the Gamecocks. You ever heard of Hyatt? That's what I'm saying. I've never heard of her. I don't know who the hell that is.
I don't know. It might be their 3rd string receiver or something.
Oh, that's an actual football player. Okay, I had no clue who the fuck that is. Sorry. All right, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Jackpot, you want to go over these top 10 projected offenses really quick here?
Sure.
See if there's any of them that you agree with. All right, let's see here. This is also according to 247 Sports. Number 10, the SMU Mustangs. No one knows anything about them. We will keep rolling. Number 9, Texas. Why do we have to hear about Texas every fucking year, Jackpot? They went 5-7 last year and lost to damn Kansas, but they're going to have a top 10 offense.
Well, I don't know. They do have one of the best running backs in the country. I don't know if this Quinn Ewers kid's going to be able to do all that.
Mm-hmm. Number 8 on the list.
This fucking dipshit over here again, Tristan Smith. Would Tennessee beat South Carolina by 36? What? 36. You just picked that fucking number out of the damn air. That damn game has been a touchdown ball game every fucking year. Last year was a damn anomaly. It was an anomaly. It fucking ain't happening like that again. We've got better talent on offense. That damn defense is saltier. We're in the 2nd year of that damn coaching staff. You're living in a damn fantasy land. You ain't coming down there and getting some kind of easy fucking victory. You may win. You may win the fucking ball game. I'm here to say it right now. You may fucking win that ball game. It ain't going to be fucking easy.
By the way, sir, if you are that ballsy, I'll take South Carolina plus 36. Get in my DMs now. Otherwise,
what about the year before? The year before was the fucking COVID. It was 31-27.
COVID year. None of those games matter. Get in my DMs. Don't be a pussy. You want Tennessee minus 36. Get in my DMs. I'll take it right now.
I'll
Otherwise,
bet you $1,000 right now that Tennessee don't beat South Carolina
by 36. It's not happening. Not happening. Not happening on any planet.
Tennessee, what is Tennessee's record versus Muschamp? Is 0-4
fucking forever.
5?
Yeah, they're still waiting to beat that fucking shimp-looking motherfucker. The Georgia Bulldogs are at number 8 on this list. And
see, I don't get that one.
Yeah,
they've got some good tight ends. They got 3 good tight ends.
So you're not buying that one. All right. Number 7 on the list is the Oklahoma Sooners. Really? I think that
2020, you dumbass. 2020, it was 31-27. That's a close game. I don't know how you can get much more damn closer. Let's make it 31 goddamn 28.
Wesley says he wants that action.
Your little buddy right here is getting me perturbed.
Who's my buddy? I don't have any buddies over there. All those
this fucking Chris guy you invited in here. That
I
damn
didn't
fool.
slide it in here. He asked if it was on the channel tonight, and I told him I'm just trying to build the program, sir. By the way, like the
Okay.
show. Doesn't cost you anything to like the damn show. Do that. The Houston Cougars are at number 6. Number 5 is Southern Cal. You know what? Fuck
What
them
happened
too.
last year? An anomaly. An anomaly. That's what happened last year.
I'm not buying Southern Cal either at number 5. Alabama at 4, jackpot. I think that's solid. Jermaine Burton, Tyler Harrell come into the mix along with Jahmyr Gibbs, Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. I think that's going to be a good
I'd put
offense.
them higher than that, honestly.
Yeah. Number 3 on the list is the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. This is obviously they
Nope.
put this out before Sam Hartman was out as out for a bit. I don't know how long he's going to be out, so we'll see about
Somebody
that.
said he was out for the year.
Out for the entire fucking year. Damn.
That's what I heard. What happened to him?
Number 2 on the list is Tennessee, of course, with Hendon Hooker and Josh Heupel there with the gimmick offense. Cedric Tillman is a true number 1 outside. And if Jalen Hyatt, obviously they've heard of Jalen Hyatt, if he performs at the expectation level of his coaching staff, Tennessee has 2 legitimate field stretchers. Good for them.
I guess, are they going to hang a banner in their stadium for preseason number 2 best offense?
Best projected offense, by the way. And number 1 is Ohio State. I do agree with Christian about Coastal. Good point, sir. I think Coastal's going to be
Hang up
good.
a banner. Best,
all
number
guys.
2 best projected offense 2022 by Leonard's Losers Football Magazine.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, Terry's got it right. Very good, Terry. Good point, sir. All right, we'll take your calls at 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. You can join the program. Very simple. Chris says they're going to hang 45 on you and Williams-Brice. So I guess you're winning, what, 37-8? Because you said you're winning by, what, 36 points, something like that? I don't know. We'll see.
You might hang 45. We might hang 48.
You're not winning by.
They hung 45 on Purdue last year, and then they got 48 hung on them by Purdue, I believe.
That's insane. Tristan says it's going to be 56-14. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Jackpot, we have to remember that one. Chat room, you folks over there, you Georgia fans, help us with that because you'll like to remember that. Tennessee is going to win.
I screenshotted it.
You did? Good. Let's make sure we have that. You know that's called, Jackpot? We can use that to play the Tennessee fans, by the way. This upcoming season, the sour grape stuff that of course the bit we stole from the Mazodcast. If Tennessee loses, the sour grapes from them are going to be outstanding. I cannot wait for sour grapes if South Carolina is able to win that game against Tennessee. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying if they do, the sour grapes is going to be outstanding. Outstanding. So, yeah, I think South Carolina can beat them. I'm not backing off of that there, Vol State. I also think Tennessee can beat Florida. You probably don't want to hear that noise, though, do you? So, Rack Dog says, how bad is your defense if your offense is number 2, but you're not a top 25 team? Chris Foster says, Mazodcast, another team we smoked. Sour grapes everywhere. Sir, if you don't understand the bit, just go the hell on. Just take your ass back to Georgia because you left Tennessee. Maybe you were one of those things.
He said we haven't beaten a Power 5 team with a winning record in 2 years. Okay, well, you beat fucking 1. So, well, God, you beat 1 and we beat none. I mean, the margin is just so fucking wide right there.
By the way,
Kentucky by 3 points.
Jackpot, help me with this. Am I correct? The South Carolina has an SEC East title, like what, in 2013, 14, whatever year it was. When's the last time Clemson or Tennessee won the East? Can anybody remember?
2004.
Yeah. Can you watch the game in HD, or does it still look like a fucking Pong game?
Yes, it was just UK. The UK is the only Power 5 team you beat last year with a winning record. Here was your damn wins last year. You beat fucking Bowling Green, not Power 5. Tennessee Tech, not Power 5. Missouri didn't have a winning record. Fucking Gamecocks. Never mind. They beat Kentucky. Okay, so they beat 2. South Alabama, not Power 5. Vanderbilt didn't have a winning record. Year before, Gamecocks, no winning record. Mizzou, not a winning record. And then Vanderbilt didn't have a winning record.
Caller, go ahead.
Hey, this is Justin from the comment section.
Hi,
I was
Justin.
wondering why come on, the college football playoff, come on December 31st.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't got the college football playoff on New Year's Day instead of the 31st.
I don't know, man. That's no clue.
Probably depends on what day it is and what day it falls.
Yeah, it's set up on a contract with her, all that. So
it just don't make no sense why it's not on New Year's Day.
Yeah.
Because you got both games. Yeah, a playoff should come after both games, in my opinion. Because it's before the national championship.
Good point, sir. All right, man.
That's what I was thinking.
Buddy, I appreciate you calling, man. You have a good night, all right? Thank you.
You too, man.
All right. There you go. 803-470-2905. Vol Steak says Tennessee beats South Carolina's best ever team. You are correct, sir. Apparently Steve Spurrier forgot how to coach in the last fucking 4 minutes of that game.
How's that? I mean, what makes them the best team ever?
You don't think that was South Carolina's best team? I think that was a fucking
I think 1984 was.
Oh, Jesus, jackpot. The team that got hammered by Navy?
Yeah, the team that won 10 fucking games, won 10-0.
You don't think that okay. Well, everybody has their opinion.
That fucking team was ruthless.
Yeah, but I mean that last team with fucking Clowney and all those guys, and I mean shit, that was a hell of a team, jackpot.
Yeah, but I don't know. But you gotta think of Mike Hold, Thomas Dendy, James C. Wright, the Patriot, Del Wilkes.
Oh, the Patriot, that's right. And don't forget Joe fucking Morrison on the sidelines, fucking smoking a cigarette.
That's right.
That's right. That's funny. All right, 803.
I used to go to all those games when I was a kid. I had no fucking idea he was over there smoking a cigarette. I had no idea he was doing that shit until I watched him years later on YouTube over on the sideline at Notre Dame. His windbreaker was pulled up, and I was like, "Is he fucking smoking?" I'm like, I didn't even know he did that shit.
Of course he is.
Because I mean, we went to the games, and very rarely would watch them on TV. I mean, I think that year we might have had 3 games on TV, and we went to down 2 of them, so I never even noticed that.
Big Money Ross says,
or maybe I did notice it, and back then it's like nobody really gave a shit.
Big Money Ross says, let's Butch Jones and saying bricks are just domesticated rocks. Good point, sir. Tristan says, selling his Bama tickets for $1,300 or going to the game. Well, I mean, if you're a Tennessee fan and you like pain, you should go to the game. So Daddy was like, yeah, everybody smoked back then. Joe Morrison was like a man's man too. I mean, the rumors of the stuff that was going on with Joe Morrison, holy shit, jackpot. You know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, let's just say smoking and some steroids and and women and all kind of shit with Joe Morrison.
He was banging hoes in the shower.
Yeah, that's some funny shit right there.
Banging them on the racquetball court, whatever the hell he was doing.
Well, if you can bang on the racquetball court, why not?
He was sticking that. He was putting that New York Giant in some of that old 80s bush.
Oh, damn. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. Do we want to read any more of these Tennessee comments?
No, they're ridiculous.
I mean, normally Vol Steak is pretty. We're getting closer to the season because people are getting more and more out there.
Okay, Chris, maybe we did. Maybe they lost to any team with a winning record last year with an average of 20 points per game. Okay, maybe so. But, okay, what do you also make of the fact that as double-digit underdogs, they beat a Florida team at home that you got destroyed by and beat an Auburn team at home that were double-digit underdogs too that would have beaten you too? I mean,
Well, what
you
they'll
can't
tell
have
you,
it both ways.
what they'll tell you, Jackpot, is that Florida quit by then. That's what they'll tell you.
Yeah, they quit by that. They quit. That wasn't the same team. Totally different team.
Leonard asked if you would have been happier if South Carolina would have hired Heupel instead of Beamer. It's your team, Jackpot. Would you rather have Heupel or Beamer?
I mean, to me, no, not to me. I mean, I think Beamer's got a better personality to connect with players. I mean, that's obvious. Obvious.
So, not my team, but whatever. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. If you'd like to join the program. As we roll along here this evening, Jackpot's in somewhere in fucking North Carolina. I don't know where he's not in the Big L.
Rayford.
Where the fuck is Rayford?
It's between Fayetteville and the Big L.
Oh, okay. Well,
Chris Foster said, was it even the same quarterback by that point? For who? Florida? Yeah, it was the same one. It was the same one that beat you guys. Emory Jones.
Big Barney Ross says, when you throw the ball, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. General Nealon. Okay, good point, sir.
Leonard Sarasota said, Crockpot, you hated the Beamer hire initially. Yeah, I did. I'll go on ahead and admit it. I was fucking pissed. I didn't like it. But then once I, got to know him, I mean, I really like him. So, I mean, it happens, You can change your opinion on a person.
Jetmec off the top rope. Damn it, Jetmec.
He looks like the Mazodcast. He said he looked like a manatee.
By the way, shout out to our friends in the Mazodcast.
That thing they put up a few weeks ago of him, it was just like from the lips down of like some fat kid with a chin that just like flowed into his neck, and it said. Did you see that on Twitter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
It said something about live look at Josh Heupel preparing his clapback for Drinkowitz comments yesterday.
Chris Foster says it was the most yards and points given up by UGA that in the regular season. Figured it out, huh? Congrats on the once-in-a-decade defense. 0-1 Miami, 2011 Bama, 2021 UGA. See you in 10 years. When's the last time that Tennessee beat Georgia? Anybody remember that?
2016.
Yeah, they should come with their hat in their hand. Just shut
and they had to have a miracle to do that. And that was a shitty Georgia team.
Yeah, just stop it. 803-470-2905, 803-470.
That was the team that Lyle had that beat Florida and Georgia. Then he lost to the Gamecocks and Vanderbilt.
Yeah. 803-470-2905, 803-470.
Dakota said he was at that game. It was great. You know what else was great? I was at the game that year when South Carolina kicked Tennessee's face in.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point.
I've got there's a video here on this channel somewhere of Tennessee's entrance into Williams-Brice Stadium for that game. We're right on top of them, and it's a good video. You can hear the Rocky Top thing playing and everything, and our fans down below them doing the booing and giving them the double birds running out there. The stadium, it's pretty cool.
All right, final call for calls this evening, 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905. if you would like to join the program. By the way, Biscuit brought up an idea on the afternoon show the other day there, Jackpot, about how in the off season we're going to explore some of these teams that claim to have national titles, but they really don't. Like, they lost their bowl game, but hey, we're still the national champion because Bumblefuck University said, all right, hey, we're here, that kind of thing. Welcome to the program. Good evening. Hello.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up?
Hey, it's Hunter Slay over in comments on YouTube.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, just got a quick question. Bunch of Tennessee fans in here tonight.
Yeah.
Going on.
Mhm.
Some with a bunch of bull crap. Some with I'm a Tennessee fan myself. Some with trying to make a point, I guess. But here's my question.
Sure.
And I hear this a lot on the program, and I hear Robert hear you say it a lot. And I'm legitimately asking this question. I'm not trying to say it to troll or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But when you bring up Tennessee's offense as a gimmick offense,
right,
what are you alluding to is so gimmicky about it?
Because they rush up to the line of scrimmage. They want to hike the ball with like 10 seconds coming off the play clock. And the reason that it's a gimmick offense is because they're not going and squaring off with the defense on a level playing field. What they're doing is trying to cause confusion by getting up there as quickly as possible and getting putting players into positions where they're not supposed to be. Okay. It's the idea of just going across the line of scrimmage, throwing the ball a little bit here and there, but it's basically built on a misconception. It's not like they're going to line up and run a pro style of offense. They can't do that. They don't have the offensive line to do it. A lot of teams do that, but it's basically built on the idea of they're just running up to the line of scrimmage as fast as they can, trying to create matchup problems because they don't have and this is with any team. They don't have the overall talent to match up with an Alabama, etc., to go man on man with them and say, yeah, we're going to run this, we're going to run that. No, we're going to try to get an advantage by running up to the line of scrimmage as fast as possible. That's why I call it a gimmick offense. It's gimmicky.
So is the whole point of playing football not to win the game?
Yeah.
So if they're trying to get a mismatch and they're trying to outduel their opponent, is that against the rules of football? Is that not within the rules of play?
It's not against the rules of football. The thing is that it is a gimmick, though. Tell me the last national champion that ran just that kind of offense. You don't win national titles with that. Okay, it's a gimmick.
Yeah, but someone made. I'm not saying Tennessee will, but someone made.
Comment section.
Yeah.
Leonard said, I was actually in attendance in 2019 for the 41-21 victory over the Gamecocks. That's when I knew Pruitt wasn't the guy. Should have beaten that shit team. Leonard, we scored on you on the first down play of the game. Brian Edwards reached out there with one hand and finger. It took one hand to beat a Vol. We're up on you like 14-10 at halftime. It wasn't a shit team. We got a punt blocked in the second half, and then also threw an interception for a pick six, and Tennessee rode those things to a victory. South Carolina shot themselves in the foot that day. It wasn't a shit team, and you know this. You know this. You're sitting over there being silly.
Caller, I appreciate you calling up and being respectful about it, but I'm not the only one that calls it a gimmick offense. I mean, this is across the board. It is a gimmick type offense.
It's an equalizer. Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's an equalizer. And I guess some people don't like that, but
the reason that they do this is because it neutralizes the speed front with the defensive ends. Okay. If you have a shitty offensive line, or let's not say a shitty offensive line, let's just say an offensive line that is not up to SEC talent. Okay. But to neutralize the faster defensive ends that you will see in the SEC, you run plays basically away from them, and you run it at a very, very fast pace. That's why I call it a gimmicky offense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
that's
see where
fine.
you're coming from. Even though
Yeah.
if the gimmicky offense works, I'm going with it. Because I mean, to me, that's
and
that's
look,
the whole point of playing the
and
game.
here's the thing: if it gets to a point where they're doing this now simply because they don't have the offensive line talent to line up and really go after it like they would want to. But in the end, maybe if he gets some offensive line talent in there that can help neutralize that, because I mean, let's be honest, Tennessee's offensive line wasn't really the best last season, right? Hooker took a lot of shots, right?
Oh no, it was pretty terrible at times.
Okay. It was terrible
I'll give you
under
that.
that scheme. Now, a lot of the reason the offensive line was really bad was because you've been decimated simply because of the scholarship reductions and everything else. So I give Heupel credit for running those
they were
guys
playing
out
two
there.
walk-ons at times.
Yeah. So, but I would give Heupel credit for doing that. And someone said, yeah, he did a lot with less, but it is a gimmick offense. That's what it is.
They got 44 sacks last year. People think South Carolina sacked them 6 fucking times last year. Do you believe that?
Yep. And they, it's
I
crazy.
didn't know that stat. But a lot of that's a byproduct of the tempo. Can you not agree with that?
A byproduct of the what, sir? I'm sorry. What did you say?
It's a byproduct of the tempo they're going. Sometimes they go so quick they get in their own way.
Right, but here's the other thing too, and smart Tennessee fans will agree with me on this. When you run an offense that's that fast, okay, what happens to your defense? They're on the field all the time. So even if you do run up and down the field, that's great. You look at the I used the Ole Miss game from last season. You guys ran up and down the field in between the 20s, and then you were stopped. But your defense was ended up being the shits there too. And you couldn't stop Matt Corral. He had 30 carries on the ground and just kept drives going. So, I mean, there's just
the beach bum bitch slap.
No, I totally agree. I mean, that was, the one knock I had was, and other guy, Tennessee fans I talked to as well, we would go so quick sometimes we'd shoot our own selves in the foot.
All right. Anyway, I appreciate you calling, man.
Great show, guys. I always love to listen. I'm checking in. I hope y'all have a great year.
Appreciate it, buddy. Captain G with the super chat. It's almost football time in Tennessee when they're talking smack to a fan base that's won 2 out of the last 7 national titles. Going to be an extra ugly train wreck this season, and he's here for it. Tristan does not know anything about the game of Hud. He should stick to fishing because he says, is a play action pass or running a man into motion a gimmick? No. Once again, let me slow it down for you. They run up to the line of scrimmage and they don't give the defense time to get set because they don't have the offensive line talent to protect their quarterback, which is why Hooker almost got his ass killed last season, which is why South Carolina had 20 sacks last year, Jackpot? 6 of them
24, yeah.
All right, so a quarter of their sacks came against your offensive line. And yes, you won the game, blah, blah, blah. Congratulations. The reality is, and Josh Heupel knows this too, he's not a dumb fuck. He played at Oklahoma under a great coach in Stoops, okay? He knows he doesn't have the offensive line talent. That's why it's up there, and we're going to snap the ball, and we're going to try to gain a competitive advantage by getting the defense at a point where they're just not set. That's what it is. I don't know how much more simpler I can make it, Jackpot. I really don't.
I don't either. I mean, you've went over this and went over this and went over this, and just don't get it. It's very frustrating.
Let's see here. Florida ran a gimmick offense with Tebow. No, that was a set of plays, sir. It's a completely different thing. They didn't have Tebow out there. If you're talking about the year they won the national title, Chris Leak was the starting quarterback. Tim Tebow came in to run set plays in the fucking 5-yard line. Holy shit. Are we watching the same game, sir? Jesus Christ. Oh, man.
Because Tennessee let off the gas pedal in the second half. No, they didn't. South Carolina started actually fucking playing football in the second half. You didn't.
Leonard's
You say you let off the gas. You didn't have the depth to insert second stringers. According to y'all, we didn't have no depth. We're sitting here playing first stringer the whole game. Well, I mean, if they're so much fucking better, why didn't they keep on down scoring? Why? Because South Carolina stopped that shit.
The caller just said we were running 2 walk-ons to start on the offensive line. And that's a Tennessee fan, sir. So,
Wesley said they scored 100, should have scored 100 on USC Junior. I didn't know you played the Trojans. That's how I'm going to respond to that stupid-ass comment from now on, because they are USC Junior. We were a state before they were a state. We were a school before they were a state. And they're still searching for a revenge win over the Gamecocks. So I refuse to acknowledge them. Refuse. They cheated to win a damn national championship that they got some bitch took away from them anyway. They ain't worth a fuck.
At least Tennessee has an offense. Yeah, they do. You're right. They do have an offense. Number 2 projected as far as 247 Sports goes. I tell you what, our good friend Eddie Hicks can probably put together that banner you guys can hang out there in Neyland Stadium, because all the other ones are fucking old as fuck. Unless you're hanging banners of when we cheated the most and went 3-9. Do you hang a banner for that? Just wondering. All right. Jackpot, you look tired, my friend. You ready to get out of here?
I'm good. I'm just.
All right. Well, final call for calls then. 803-470-2905, 803-470-2905.
Look here. They're over here battling. They're trying to figure out the names of their damn walk-ons.
Yeah.
How many natties does USC Junior have? Several. From back in the 70s. I know they won some. They won in like 79. Yeah.
That won in 2005. Look, hold on. Let me make sure that let me help out folks like Wesley over there. I could sit here and slap Tennessee around all fucking night. Okay? It's not fun anymore. All right? You are literally slightly better than fucking Vanderbilt and Kentucky over the past 15 years. It's not any fun anymore. All right? It's like being Shaquille O'Neal and dunking on a fucking midget. That's where it is with me making fun of Tennessee. All right? So I can sit here all night and kick you in the face. It's not going to bother me. I was doing it to be kind to Jackpot because, hey, Jackpot is the common man. Welcome to the program.
Hey, guys. It's
hey, what's up?
Chris from the chat.
Hello, Chris.
Hey, I don't understand the whole. Do you call it a gimmick when Lane runs it? Because he runs the same offense. I mean, they ran.
No, he doesn't.
They were second in play. Yes, he literally stole Jeff Levy from Josh Heupel at UCF to run the same exact offense.
It's not the same thing that Tennessee runs because they can actually get up at the line and run at you. Tennessee tries to snap the ball.
Tennessee ran 2 point. Do what?
I said, go ahead.
Tennessee ran 2.99 plays per minute. Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss were second with 2.97 plays per minute. They were a tempo offensive. Lane even said it in his presser yesterday. He said, hey, these new running backs are having trouble dealing with the tempo that we run. He admits they run a tempo.
Okay. Tempo is different.
Everybody's got a tempo. It'd be slow tempo, fast tempo.
Not everybody runs 3 plays per minute tempo. Jeff Levy runs that. Lane Kiffin tries to run it.
You know why everybody doesn't do that? Because other teams try to line up and do what they're supposed to do. And as far as lining up and running a pro style type offense, or they can run the shotgun and spread them out. Yeah. But
Lane doesn't run pro style offense.
The idea with and if you want to say that that Kiffin runs that, that's fine. We can call them a gimmick offense too. That's fine. Does that make you feel better?
I mean,
it's a gimmick offense.
You don't think going to the high school ranks and getting Chad Morris to run a high school offense so Taj Boyd could understand it and not get beat down by West Virginia anymore? You don't think that's a gimmick offense?
How many national titles did Clemson win with Chad Morris?
Chad Morris got beat down by West Virginia.
We had 69 scholarship players. South Carolina had 88.
Sir,
we had 69 and we smoked them.
Sir, you're running around. You can't answer questions. How many national titles did Clemson win with Chad Morris?
Oh my
You mean to help
God!
you?
But you don't
Let
think
me-
it's a
do you
gimmick
want me-
offense?
do you
I mean,
want me to
you literally.
help
This
you?
is what you guys literally
Do
did.
you
got the
want me
defense-
to
or you got
help
the-
you? It is 0, sir. Clemson's offense changed when Chad Morris left. And they went and did more things like they would actually get up under center and they would snap the ball and run a quarterback sneak like they didn't do against Florida State in Deshaun Watson's freshman year because it, quote, wasn't in the offense. It's little things like that.
You guys wouldn't be where you're at if not for that offense. Deshaun Watson doesn't go to
fuck outta
Clemson
here.
if not for Taj Boyd. He went to Clemson because he loved what y'all did with Taj Boyd. Taj Boyd doesn't go to Clemson if Lane Kiffin wasn't a blooming idiot and said, "Oh, you're not good enough to run my offense." Oh, Bryce Petty, you're the second
actually,
best quarterback in Baylor
don't
history.
know
You're not good
know
enough
what
to run
you
my
don't know
offense.
what you're talking about. Taj Boyd had a knee injury, man. Look it up. Look it up. That's why a lot of schools backed off of him. But I mean, I'm talking too fast for you. I
Tennessee didn't
understand.
back off of him.
Well, would you rather go and play for up there or play at Clemson? Where would you rather go?
He wanted to stay at Tennessee. He wanted to come play under
Jesus.
Lane Kiffin, and Lane Kiffin said, "You're not good enough to play for me."
Okay. Lane Kiffin also said that Alshon Jeffrey would be pumping gas if he went to South Carolina. Lane Kiffin said a lot of dumb things. What's your point?
Well, people think he's this great savant when it comes to offense, and
I know.
Josh
He figured out how to shut down that Heupel offense last year, didn't he? He went in there and ran the quarterback 30
scored
times.
like 40 points on us. We shut them down
Did
too.
you?
It literally
Y'all were
took them
throwing
faking,
fucking mustard bottles, sir. Y'all
tried
throwing
to
mustard
kill the
bottles.
poor
it
guy.
literally faking injuries. So
Y'all
you
were
think what
throwing
Lane
golf
Kiffin
balls
did
at him.
quote
Y'all
unquote
were so
shut down?
y'all were
Listen,
so pissed
listen.
at him. You
You
threw
think
golf balls
Lane
at him
Kiffin
and
faking
mustard.
injuries? You think that you think that's good for the sport of football?
I didn't say that. I said he figured it out by running the quarterback 30 times and keeping the other offense
he
off
got
the
his
field.
quarterback
That's how
hurt.
he beat you. That's how he beat you.
He got his quarterback hurt, and he wasn't the same for the
Sure.
rest
And
of
you
the
know what? He
season.
walked out of there with a
Like,
win, ducking golf balls
the
from
what?
rednecks. That's what he did.
Oh my God! South
Laughing about
Carolina's
it.
throwing stuff on their field. There's proof of that. They threw stuff at Clemson players. I don't
Did
see
they?
you bringing it up
Yeah,
every
of course
5
they
minutes.
did. I bring that up all the time. But I don't have record of them throwing a mustard bottle. I do have record
Oh
of them
my
having
God.
doo-doo ice. Jackpot knows about that. And I have record of them throwing Coke bottles.
Hey,
Also, they have sex in the parking lot and give hand jobs in the stands. We can talk about South Carolina forever, too. The reality is that you can figure out that Tennessee offense, and people will. People will.
You say
they're
his
over
offense.
here. Tennessee was faking injuries in that game too.
He's had 4 straight top 10. Why aren't people? He's been
Awesome.
running this offense for a decade. There's a decade's worth of film on this offense,
Awesome.
and 2 schools shut it down. 3 schools shut it down last year.
Right, but here's the thing. It's
Decades worth of
completely
film, 3
different.
schools shut it down. With 69 scholarship players. With 69 scholarship players running a gimmick offense, 3 schools, 2 of them in the friggin' playoffs, shut it down.
I'm glad you called it a gimmick offense because that's exactly what it is. Thank you.
Well, it's going to beat the shit out of South Carolina again in Willie Bryce.
Okay.
Walking down them little corkscrew walkways, singing "Let Her Cry" by Darius Rucker and Wagon Wheel and rubbing it in Jackpot's face.
Did he really just make fun of our runway?
I got nothing for you. Thank you for calling the show, sir. Enjoy your gimmick offense and your 7 or 8 win season. You just hung up?
He hung up on you. Owned them.
Crushed. So you can figure it out. And by the way, the whole idea of they
he
have
was madder than hell, wasn't he?
Offense and all that. Yeah, he's mad. And I understand why he's mad because he knows what's coming. He knows
Ball
that
guy 78 said the refs will help
Vanderbilt.
Ole Miss too. Yeah, they helped them out.
Yeah.
They helped Purdue out too. You know what? People usually blame shit on the referees when there's something else they could have done in that game to have won it. But no, we couldn't. We're going to have to blame the referee. We blamed him. We scored a touchdown on there when we bear crawled into the end zone. Yeah.
If I remember correctly, Paul Johnson's offense at Georgia Tech was really, really good too. That was kind of a gimmick offense. People don't want to hear about that. But then people figured it the fuck out. All right, let's go to the phones. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Hey, this is Billy. I just wanted to say
here we
that
go.
I'm very excited for this season.
Sure.
I just wanted to say that I am very excited for Tennessee to beat Pittsburgh, Florida, LSU, Alabama, Kentucky, Georgia, Missouri, Carolina, all of them. They suck. Hendon Hooker's coming.
This dude's a freak.
Sure.
Hey, let me do. Hey, Carolina jackpot. Is Carolina jackpot in this?
Right here.
Hey, you gonna be crying like you did last year when we whooped up on the chicken?
I didn't cry last year when anybody whooped up on the chickens.
Hey, all I gotta say is that was a funny game. It was a funny game. Hey, let me tell you something, Clemson fan. I hope we see y'all in the playoffs. It's gonna be a rude awakening.
You're not making the playoffs, sir. The only way you'll see Tennessee in the playoffs is if you go and buy a fucking ticket, because you're not going to be playing. It's not happening.
Hey, like I said, we can put you at safety. We still go in every game because Hendon Hooker is on our side.
You had guys at safety last year that were actually somewhat of athletic, and you fucking were one of the worst defenses out there. But okay, whatever, dude.
Hey, now, hey.
Whatever.
And we still whooped up on them teams because we have the Heisman winner, the future Heisman winner, Hendon Hooker.
Your best win last year was against Kentucky. Congratulations, sir.
We whooped the hell. So we didn't beat the hell out of Carolina.
Do you really think that was
Kentucky was better than Gamecocks?
Kentucky finished in the top 25. That was your best win, sir. Congratulations.
Yeah, and we killed Missouri too, and Tennessee Tech.
Missouri's a shithole.
You're bragging about beating Tennessee Tech.
I can't, Jackpot. I can't. I'm sorry. I don't hang up on many people, but goddamn it, I can't do it, Jackpot. I can't fucking do it. Fucking calling up here talking about Tennessee Tech. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense.
Triple option is not a fucking gimmick. Tempo isn't a gimmick. RPO isn't a gimmick. Shut it the fuck up. I'm gonna call that Tennessee offense Hillbilly Turbo.
Hillbilly Turbo or the Hillbilly gimmick.
I don't know.
Whatever. That's some funny shit. Captain G says, there you go, 12-0. I knew it was coming. Whatever. I just can't. I can't. And you're always welcome to call the show.
He just bragged about beating Tennessee Tech.
Get the fuck out of here. Here's another caller. Welcome into the program. Good evening, sir.
Hey, it's Big Barney Ross. I just wanted to call in and say that Kentucky had 16 turnovers in the first 8 games last year. Now, we weren't running a gimmick offense. We just did we were terrible. I mean, Kentucky was a bad football program last year. We finished second. You're not going to get a Dan Mullins Florida this year, and you're not going to get a Wet and Wild Ed Orgeron LSU, and you're not going to get a same old South Carolina. All these teams are good. And
Ross,
for Tennessee fans,
I have a question before you go, but then go ahead and finish up. I'm sorry.
Well, for them to be calling in and talking like, they're going to be in the national championship. You won 7 games and lost your bowl, and you cheated. I mean, for the most part. And all these teams have taken a big giant step forward. But I just don't see the offensive firepower that, they're rating Tennessee at. And I don't see Kentucky's having the best running back room in the conference either. So, I mean, I never really bought into the tabloids, but I guess some people do. But I hope it's going to be a good year for everybody. But I just don't see the, calling in and saying crazy stuff. I mean, but I'll take your question, though.
Right,
tabloids,
you sir, the tabloids.
Well, they're writing about Tennessee in the Sun.
Yeah,
in the National Enquirer, right next to the express line at the Food City.
Well, no, in the Tennessean, or you can pick up some of these sports magazines. They're talking like they're the number 1 offense or number 2 offense, or
right,
to me. But
Ross, I have to know. Were you one of the fans that got one of those Kentucky T-shirts saying "We scored on Georgia"? And if so, what size did you get?
No, we actually scored twice. That's that's what made a lot of people mad, because that last touchdown, they didn't cover. It was kind of like getting divorced. The judge gives you a little bit of something. He gives you the dog. Watch it. She gets the house.
Good point.
But y'all think about that, Big Buddy Ross.
I want to get me one of those Tennessee. I want to get me one of those There's another an orange with the checkerboard T-shirts on it with 2021, and it says something to the effect of Alabama only blew us out in the fourth quarter. It was close until then because we didn't have no depth. Award.
No depth. I like Jackpot's hillbilly turbo gimmick. That's funny. Or what would you just call it? Hillbilly turbo?
It's just hillbilly turbo. It's kind of like Mountain Dew hillbilly turbo. It's a knockoff brand of that.
The gimmick pisses them off though, Jackpot. We got to work gimmick into that. And we're going to put that on a t-shirt that we will have up on the Rob and Kale Show site. The gimmick offense at Tennessee. Something we're going to put together. I got to figure that out.
Can you boys talk about the 18 level NCAA 1 violations at Cesspool U?
Yeah, they've had in the past 11 years 3 different times where they've had major infractions. But you know,
I had one tell me in a comment about a week or so ago that it was likely that the NCAA would actually reward them for being so cooperative in the investigation.
What the fuck? Are you fucking? I don't know about all that. What are they going to give them for a reward, Jackpot? Some McDonald's gift cards? What the fuck are they going to do? I don't know.
Chris said he can't wait for the new schedule set up. South Carolina playing Bama every other year will make their lifetime losing record worse. Well, I mean, y'all aren't exactly setting the woods on fire against them there, Chris.
Hold on. Does Chris know something that we don't? There hasn't been a new schedule put out there yet. Please stop.
No, nothing's been decided on that.
Nobody knows anything yet.
Just a bunch of rumors.
Rumors and
innuendo. And by the way, we've beaten them more recently than you have as well. So, yeah. You got a better record against Vandy, too.
Yeah. All right, let's get another call in here. We'll see who this person is, and then we're going to get out of here because it's late. Welcome to the program. Good evening.
Hey, Rob, how do you think DJ's going to be this year?
How do I think? Who?
DJ Hall for Clemson.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't understand.
DJ.
Oh, I think he's going to be.
How do you think DJ's going to be?
Oh, I think he's going to be. He's going to get a 3-game window where they have 3 shit teams at the beginning of the season. And if he doesn't play well, he's going to be a big bench warmer. That's what I think.
I know last year he was going through his parents having a divorce. I just want to know if you thought he was going to be a little bit better.
I don't know because you can't measure how a kid's head is, but there was stuff that he was dealing with. Supposedly he was injured, but you cannot be and by the way, thank you for calling there, caller. We appreciate it. You cannot be the guy that goes and throws for less than 100 yards in your rivalry game with that Clemson defense this year. You got to be better. Caller, what you got?
Yes, I got. I just want to say, fuck niggers.
Oh no! You can't be saying that kind of stuff.
Leonard Sarasota says better offensive mind: Heupel, Beamer, Satterfield, Dabo, or Streeter. I mean, obviously it's Satterfield by far, and then everyone else.
Yeah, I don't know. By the way, don't be calling the program saying things like that. Holy shit with all that.
Block that number.
Phones. Yeah, this is the same dude calling. So nope. We're gonna block that number there. All right. Anyway, Jackpot, I think we've had enough for this evening. We'll be back at it soon. We'll go from there. Appreciate you guys watching the show, and we'll talk to you later on.
All righty.